everyone, I'm Christian.
And I'm Joana.
And together we make up Board Game Beans. And in this second video for our What's in a Box series, we have...
Tranquility!
Tranquility. This is a very small, in fact, when we got it, we didn't realize it would be so small.
We thought it would be, like, bigger.
Yeah. It's a nice small game. It's a cooperative card game for 1 to 5 players.
Yeah.
It's about 20-minute playtime. Publisher is Board Game Hub, and I think it was a collaboration with Lucky Duck Games. This is designed by James Emmerson and illustrated by Tristam Rossin. And apologies if I've described any of those names wrong. The age is from 8 and up. They say here 8 to 100 years.
If you're 101, I'm so sorry. This is not for you.
Yeah. In this series, we just do a little unboxing. We see the components inside the box. We give our thoughts on that. And then we haven't played this yet, so this is new to us. We will learn the game, play the game. We won't show that bit because I don't think that would be very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fumbling around with rule books and getting things wrong. It's a bit of a slow thing. So we will then jump ahead to our initial thoughts on the game. So it's like a little unboxing. So we just have a little look inside. So this comes with, straight out the gate, two
English.
things. So they're both English.
No, probably German, one of them. French, maybe?
Yeah, we've been having a lot of games that have multiple languages. I've got English on both sides here.
Yeah, here too.
Yeah, so yours is... Okay, yours says Tranquility Variants. I have here the rules, the game setup and everything.
Yeah.
So this is probably, once we've played a few games, we can get a bit more advanced. It's cool. I will say I'm not a fan of these kind of like old roadmap things. Because especially if I'm looking at it right, everything fits
in a square.
One square. So it's a shame that they couldn't have made that like a little...
Aside from this one. This one is like... But it could easily fit.
That's not a square. But this one, especially the rule book, it's a shame it's not a little flip book. But that's fine. It doesn't look too complicated at first glance. There's a lot of... Oh, there's a Stormy Seas expansion inside of this. It says here, 3 mini expansions are included in the game box. Jagged Rocks, Sea Monsters, and Storm and Compass.
Lots of exclamation marks.
Lots of exclamation marks. It says that as well as Kickstarter exclusive wildcards. Interesting, because when we picked this up, it wasn't a Kickstarter for us. Yeah, we picked this one up. It was on sale. I think that's why we picked it up. We didn't know too much about this game beforehand. I'll be honest with you, I still don't know too much about the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have two decks here. I'm going to assume that this one here is maybe the extra cards, like they talk about expansions.
Didn't you open this? Try to.
I worry that the way that the cards are in this box, because it's quite a deep box, I feel like trying to get them out again could cause them damage over time.
Okay, I'm leaving you. I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
While you look at that, I'm just going to quickly check. Okay, so in terms of listed components in this rulebook, it says you've got 80 island cards, and then 5 start and finish cards. This could be these. And then there's also some Stormy Seas expansion cards. I believe the aim of the game, is to lay down island cards and navigate your ship to safety.
Nice.
And while playing, it's a cooperative game. While playing, I think you can't communicate, which seems to be a common theme in games that we've been playing recently.
There's day and night numbers as well. Each.
So it should be numbered 1 to 80. And so now we know what the cutoff point is.
Okay, 1 to 80.
And we separate these out. These are maybe the expansion cards here. These look like they're expansion cards because they have symbols on them, like storm, a kraken of some kind. And then you've got these cards, which are the same on both sides. Yeah.
Maybe those ones that are around, these ones that are around.
Yeah. So yeah, like on first feel, the cards are quite nice. Quite nice quality. They have a bit of a, I don't know, they have a little bit of a bend to them already. That's the contents of the box. Whole bunch of cards. I'll open these up as well. Do you want to have a look at these?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this other pack is or why it's separated off into its own.
Now you're going to see how difficult it was.
Oh, these are the start and finish cards. These are the start and finish. There's 5 start and 5 finish cards. And then you've got all these 80. Not entirely sure why they're in different packs. Okay, so we're going to go learn this now. We're going to learn it. We'll do a little speed recording of that. But we're going to learn it. We're going to have a little playthrough and see how it goes.
Okay, so we finished the game, and I love it. I really like the game. It was a little bit complicated to understand the rules.
I don't know if you can notice it might be a bit darker in here now because some time has passed. We were reading through the rules. It just was not connecting in my head. I was struggling.
It was not tranquil.
Learning the rules was not tranquil. So we grabbed a coffee. We went and watched a few videos of people playing this game just to really solidify, how it works. I didn't expect it was going to be this. It has quite a big table presence. You place a 6x6 border grid and you have to play within and fill up the grid.
Which in our case is okay because we have a big table here.
Yeah.
But
it's quite a big table presence for a game that has this nice tiny box, which we have another game recently that does that, Bandido. It just sprawls out all over the place.
Yeah. I've seen even people playing on the floor because it's just that big.
Luckily, this one doesn't sprawl out too much. It is just a 6x6 grid,
it's
I believe.
Contained in between the 6x6.
Yeah,
yes.
Unless there's different layouts that make it a bit bigger, perhaps, on this variant.
I think so, yeah.
Oh,
pyramid.
There's a pyramid one which goes in a different direction.
Well, we will show, yeah.
So, what do you think of the game?
I liked it a lot, but I love numbers, so I really like it. In the beginning, it was kind of weird, like, if we need to put them in order, why don't we just go, like, 1 to 80 and just fill them? But then 6x6, so it's not 80, it's 36.
Only 36 cards,
yeah. And you need to be mindful of what you play because you need to discard some cards, but you cannot, like, we lost the game.
Yeah, we lost.
And
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was not bad because we have most of it filled.
But you ran out of cards.
I ran out of cards, yes.
And I had, because very late in the game, I think this was the problem for us. Very late in our game, so basically you have a start and a finish card that have to go into two corners. And once the start card comes up and you have to play the start card.
And I got the start card.
Yeah. And that triggers having to remove 8 cards from all the players in the game. Sorry, 8 cards in total from all the players in the game.
And you have finish cards as well. And I got all the finish cards.
Yeah. And we had the start card come up very late in the game.
Yes.
So at the end of the game, basically, we had to ditch all of our cards. And you ran out of cards because of that. But no, I like it. I think...
My last card. But I couldn't play because you can only play the finish card when you have all the grid filled.
Yeah.
So...
I think I like it. It's very thinky. When I read the description before, even when I think I described the description to you, I didn't expect it to be like this. It talks about navigating a ship or everything. It's very abstract.
And tranquil. It's not.
It's not tranquil. I don't have a tranquil time with it. I have a nice time with it.
I have an awesome time with it.
I think if you're someone that enjoys these kind of thinky little puzzles, this would be a good one for you. I'm on a bit of a puzzle high at the moment. I've been playing the video game The Witness. So I don't know. Like, I didn't expect this to be so puzzly.
Yeah.
And it kind of took me for a shock that this game, this nice little box, is so
with
puzzly.
The name Tranquility.
Tranquility, yeah. and that's quite nice, actually, is that this tiny little box, this is just a base game, and it seems difficult enough as it is. There's 3 expansions included in the box.
Yeah.
And there's different variants to play. So I think you have there's a lot of game here.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember the price we paid for this, but it was on discount.
It was on discount, yes.
And again, because of the size of it, it's not a very expensive game. Card quality is nice. It's not the best card quality, I would say. There's the finish on it feels thick, but there's other cards in games that we've played, it has a kind of textured feel.
But I like it.
I like it. I just feel that maybe the durability of the other cards that had that textured feel is a bit nicer. I struggled with the rules. I don't know how.
We might try to introduce this one in our next game night.
That would be good.
With some friends.
Now we know how to play. I think it's a bit easier to...
Even to explain how the game plays. But for a first-timer, it's kind of difficult.
Yeah, it's tricky to grasp. I didn't understand.
And we like the game. We like this kind of game as well. So
yeah. The rules, I think the rules are fine. I just was, at this moment in time, having a bad time having it sink in. Which is why we decided, okay, we're going to go watch some videos on people playing this and stuff. I think what I struggle to understand is that the flow of the grid has to match a certain criteria. There's certain rules you have to follow when playing a card. And so I thought, you have to play in this row only.
Yeah.
But no, you can place the cards wherever you want. And depending on its placement, you might have to discard some.
Like, I didn't understand when we would play the finish card. Because the start card, we have to play as soon as we get one.
Yeah.
But the finish card is only when you finish the grid.
Yeah, so you have to hold on to the finish. And that's the challenge, I suppose, yeah. Because you can't be communicating. You don't know if someone has finished cards. And you have to discard cards. You're forced to sometimes. So you might have to discard your finish card, and you just hope that the other player has one or is holding on to one.
I discarded all of them. I got all the finish cards.
Yeah, I got no finish cards.
I had to discard it. I was holding on just to one.
But yeah, I think to wrap this up, I think it's a really, really good game.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it. My initial thoughts is really positive.
Yay, which is good for me because I love the game.
Thank you all so much for watching, and happy gaming.
Happy gaming.
Why am I doing thumbs?
I don't know.
We've never done thumbs before.
There's a fly. Hello. This should be the thumbnail.